Looky here. Ain't that little frat boy? He's sitting over there on the right. Yep, right there. Acting all big and serious, that little Rubio. With his tiny little suit he has. Little Rubio got suit to make a serious impression, and he's sporting that tie as well. Freaking frat boy over there with his suit. Acting all high and mighty like he knows everything about the world. Flying around in the plane like he's some big shot, that little frat boy Rubio. Y'all know it ain't good to give that aggressive fella such a job. He can handle that, and you want to make a good impression in other countries, don't you? Them cameras sure are messing with that little fella. Last time I was standing next to him, he suddenly tried to hit me. What a nut. He's going at it, that crazy little gnome, I tell you. But on camera, right, they film only the top of the body. Then him legs sticking out of the picture. Yard gnome knew what's up. Kicking my shins over and over that little nut. But let's say y'all end up in a situation where you're butting heads with someone. That kind of stuff happens. And you got someone against you who's 2 heads taller than you and twice as wide. And he'll give you a good whack on the noggin. You hit the ground. Now you're laying there. Come on now. It ain't right to pick on someone who's down, you know? There's a way to act. There's an unwritten code of honor in them situations. But those little guys, oh, them little rascals don't know nothing about that or feel it. Hey, look over yonder, that's him. Dang, Zelensky ought to be real careful around that nut job. I think Trump knows what a loose cannon he is. Might be he talked it over with J.D. Vance about keeping him under control. Sure enough, Zelensky's making his way to the White House to try and save his homeland. But do you really think he cares a lick about that, Mr. Stuart Little? J.D. Vance, I reckon he thinks he's all modern with that mascara. I don't get it, but whatever. But it begins with mascara, and before you can blink, he's got his little buddy sitting in a glass jar of formaldehyde in the cabinet. You ever hear about when people lose their legs? They can still feel it itch like it's still there, even though it's gone. Well, J.D. Vance don't know what to do with his hands. Is he heading back to the hospital? Said to his doctor, might as well take my hands off too. Good grief, what a mess. Yes, mascara, that's how it starts. Hey, where's Vivek at? Ain't he supposed to be here today? Vivek's sitting on the bench. He just had to watch Urkel on Family Matters. That's important to him. How many episodes y'all think there are of Urkel? He probably's got that DVD box sitting at home, but surely you've seen it at least once, ain't that right? It's maybe the good episode twice. Don't matter none to Vivek. Might be he's got a bit of dementia himself. That crazy old Vivek with his medicines that ain't good for nothing. But hey, he grew up to be a big fella watching Big Pharma and Urkel. He keeps watching that Urkel show back to back. Can repeat every word just like that. He's glued to it, knows it all by heart. Well, to each their own, right? He mentioned that it is something from his culture or whatnot. I figure there's hardly a handful of folks watching anything else but the Urkel show. Just say yes to him, that crazy fella. Every crazy has their issues, don't they? Ain't no bad kid, that Vivek. Him and his mom, the doc, just cashed in a couple million, that crazy fella. Is that part of your culture, too? Rubio, I ain't sure what he likes to see. Maybe them tapes from Guantanamo Bay, you know, that little sadist in his suit. If that little mean dwarf starts getting jittery, Trump and J.D. Vance gotta keep their eyes peeled. No doubt about it.